What if I told you that on January 3rd, 2026, the United States didn't just capture a dictator? They launched the biggest oil heist in history. Nicolas Maduro, Venezuela's iron-fisted leader, snatched in a lightning raid. But forget the headlines about drugs and democracy. This is about 300 billion barrels of untapped black gold, the world's largest reserves. And America wants it all. Stick around as we dive into the shadows of this power play. Uncover why the U.S. is obsessed with dominating the Western Hemisphere and predict the explosive fallout that could reshape the globe by 2030. If you're ready for the truth they don't want you to see, hit that like button now. Let's expose the empire. Venezuela's story starts with liquid gold. Discovered over a century ago, it turned a backwater into a petrostate. American giants like Exxon and Conoco poured in billions building rigs and refineries. By the mid-20th century, Venezuela was pumping millions of barrels a day, fueling U.S. cars and factories. But in 1999, Hugo Chavez rose to power on a wave of anti-imperialist fury. He called it sowing the oil, nationalizing assets in the 2000s, kicking out foreign firms and using petrodollars for social programs. To Washington, this was theft, pure and simple. Production soared to 3.5 million barrels daily under U.S. influence, but under Chavez and Maduro, sanctions and mismanagement tanked it to under 1 million. Now, with global energy crises raging, those reserves are a ticking prize. Fast forward to January 3rd, 2026. Under President Trump's orders, U.S. forces blitz Venezuela in a precision operation against narco-terrorism. Maduro, indicted since 2020 for flooding America with cocaine via his cartel of the Suns, is captured alive. Trump crows, "This won't cost us a penny. American companies will invest billions to fix the mess and extract that oil." But leftists like Bernie Sanders blast it as rank imperialism, while right-wing allies cheer the end of a socialist nightmare. Officially, it's about drugs, migration, and Hezbollah ties. Unofficially, it's the Monroe Doctrine 2.0, America reclaiming its backyard. Why does the U.S. crave control over the Western Hemisphere? It boils down to the Monroe Doctrine, America's 1823 manifesto declaring the Americas off-limits to foreign powers. Back then, it was about European empires. Today, it's China and Russia. Beijing's Belt and Road has sunk billions into Venezuelan oil deals, building refineries and debt-trapping Maduro. Russia stationed troops and missiles there, turning it into a proxy base just almost 300 miles from Florida. Controlling Venezuela means securing energy independence. Those heavy crudes are tailor-made for U.S. Gulf refineries, slashing reliance on Middle Eastern volatility. It counters migration waves, 7 million Venezuelans fled, dismantles drug cartels fueling U.S. opioids, and blocks adversaries from our doorstep. In a multipolar world, the hemisphere is America's fortress. Lose it, and you lose global dominance. Trump isn't subtle. Venezuela's oil was stolen from us, now we're taking it back. But let's peel back the layers. Conspiracists call this the Great Venezuelan Oil Heist, a pretext like WMDs in Iraq. Sanctions weren't punishment. They were sabotage to crash production and justify invasion. Ties to global trade-offs? Whispers of a secret deal. U.S. gets Venezuela, Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, with muted reactions from Moscow and Beijing as proof. Deeper still, big oil lobbies pulling strings, installing puppets like opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. And fringe? Maduro's dark magic or Zionist plots, but the core is empire, resources over rights. Now the crystal ball. By 2030, this could ignite World War III light. Prediction 1. Prolonged U.S. occupation sparks insurgency. Maduro loyalists and Tren de Aragua gangs turn Venezuela into Afghanistan 2.0, bleeding billions. 2. Oil floods markets, prices plummet, bankrupting Russia and Iran while boosting U.S. GDP by trillions. 3. China retaliates with Taiwan grabs, Russia escalates in Ukraine, escalating to a new Cold War. Or the upside, revived PDVSA hits 5 million barrels daily, slashing global emissions via efficient tech, ironically, and stabilizing Latin America. But mark my words, if Trump runs it too long, expect UN backlash, mass protests, and a fractured hemisphere. The real winner? American shareholders, while the world pays the price. The Venezuelan oil saga isn't over. It's the opening act in a hemispheric showdown. Will America secure its empire or spark global chaos? Drop your predictions in the comments. Oil boom or bust? If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe for more unfiltered conspiracies. Hit the bell for updates as this unfolds. Share with a skeptic. Let's wake the world. Until next time, question everything. Peace.